Hey everyone, welcome to Author Life. Sorry for the bit of the delay there. I'm Luke T. Barnett, and just a brief thing today. It's just me. It won't be the usual hour, it'll probably be a half hour, maybe 20 minutes. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update what I've been up to lately, besides crooked glasses. So I'm broadcasting from a new machine. Hopefully this looks a little bit crisper, a little bit um, less jumpy, less choppy. Excuse me. So praise the Lord, I was able to get this machine. Um, I've been working on a submission, a short story submission for the anthology for the space opera anthology that Keystroke Medium is going to um, put out later this year. If you don't know Keystroke Medium, go search for them on YouTube. Just write Keystroke Medium or even Google them. You know, they're the only ones that are out there, so you'll find them easy. Good guys, good hanging out, tuning into their show each week. Or twice a week, actually. Anyway, so they're putting together a short story anthology. They've already done a fantasy one. They've already done a near future one. Now they're doing space opera. So I've been working on that for the past month or so, and I'm about done. I gotta knock it down from 12,000 to 10,000 words, and I'm getting closer. So I should be able to get that done within the next week or so. Then I'm going to move on to editing Half Orc Redemption and then get Half Orc Kindred written. But in the meantime, this past week, since last Friday, what's been going on is that fellow writer I know, J.R. Hanley, he's putting together an anthology of first contact stories, so like first contact with aliens. So he contacted me and said, "Hey, are you still contributing to that?" And I had completely forgotten about it until he just mentioned something, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I might have something, but if not, I could try to come up with something." And like, when do you need it by? He's like, "Oh, how about next Friday?" I'm like, "Okay." I figured I'd give it a shot, and if I couldn't do it, I couldn't do it. So I think I wrote a little bit that day, and then didn't write again until Monday, and then by Wednesday morning I was done. And then I just had to give it a final read through, and I wanted getting that done. I think last night and sending it to him. So really, I got the actual thing actually written in about 4.5 days. So a short story of about 9,000, a little over 9,000 words in about 4 days. I wound up working on it in the morning, and then on my lunch break, and then in the evening after I got home from work. So what that really showed me is, it showed me a couple things. Getting the short story done in the week, it showed me that applying myself, I can really do it well. I can actually get a lot more words out than I thought. 9,000 words in 4 days, I don't know what that equals out to. Probably about 5,000 words a day. No, that makes sense. Anyway, that showed me what I can accomplish if I really am under the gun. If I really do my best to get done. I'm sorry, I got glare on my glasses, don't I? Oh well. The other thing that the other short story that's taught me is how to cut down words. And it's not like I'm sacrificing the story. There's a lot I'd like to put in there, but really is just focusing and narrowing down, like scrutinizing each line to see, does this advance the story? Is this necessary to tell the story that I want to tell? I'm gonna take this off because it's glare, it's bothering me. So, does that tell the story that I want to tell? Is it necessary? So really being very strict with the words. There's a common saying, it says kill your darlings, meaning kill, get rid of the words even though you don't want to. Well, I've had to do that with this short story, and I'm almost there. So that's been a challenging thing, but I've learned that I can do that if I need to. So the other thing is that I've learned from this is that deadlines actually do help. Like I didn't want to do a deadline, not because I think it would stifle my creativity. I don't think it would at all. But I think I just don't think I'd be able to get it done in time. But this deadline thing has shown me that I can get something done in time if I do reasonable deadlines. So what my wife helped me figure out was that uh, I'm sorry, my mind just went blank. What my wife helped me figure out was that um, the uh, the deadlines. If I set a deadline, see, if I set a distant deadline, like months down the road, it's not going to help me. It's not going to motivate me because it's so far away, and my brain doesn't process that. But if I set a deadline for like a week away, and I got to get so much done in a week, then that really helps. So what I can do is set a deadline in that months away to complete Half Orc Kindred, and then work at it just like I worked on this short story for a week, and get that done by the get and set weekly deadlines. So many words, because I know about how many words it's going to be. It's going to be about 140,000 words. So if I set a goal of if I divide that up by weeks and set a goal of how much to get done in a week, which I have a gauge to go by, I can write about 9,000 words in a week. Then I can set those goals and I can set those deadlines for myself and meet those deadlines. Now I don't have anyone outside pressure doing that for me except my own pressure to get the book done. So hopefully that's enough, Lord willing. But if it's not, well then I'll have to find something else, figure out something else. But what I'll do, and I'm thinking of Chris Fox now in his videos of how he would set his goal of so many words and then he would try to go beyond that. So what I'll do is I'll try for 9,000 words in a week and then see if I can go beyond that, if I can exceed that. And that'll give me a better gauge about what I can physically do, because I do have limits, and there are limits to my ability to do things physically, circumstantially, health-wise. So that will enable me to be able to figure out how much and finally get these books out at a decent pace. So, like I said, so this the short story. I don't know what the name of the anthology is. First Contact anthology, but the short story that I'm submitting is called Because Why Not. So a little bit of humor in that story. I hope it turns out okay. That's the other thing. I have to see if that. I mean, I think the quality is good. I'm not going to put out something that's garbage. But so I got that submitted. I'm going to finish up this short story for the Spaced Opera anthology. Hopefully, inside a week that'll be done, and submit that. And then I'm going to move on to Half Orc Kindred, or no, the edits for Half Orc Redemption, and then get those in. I'm still torn if I should actually do that or if I should apply the money to the cover art for Half Orc Kindred. I'm thinking of going on with the rapid release schedules, and if this plan works with deadlines and everything, then I should be able to get more books done quickly and have 2 more books ready by midsummer next year, Lord willing. We're hoping to move next year, so that could complicate things as well. But Lord willing, I'll be able to do that. I don't know. I'm going to be on vacation from my day job. I'm going to be on vacation in a few weeks here, so hopefully I should get some writing done during that time. But I want to get Half Orc Kindred done. I want to get it out there. I want to get you guys the book that you've been waiting for. I know you're not on pins and needles waiting for it, but I know that you. I feel like I owe that to my readers. They've been so faithful and they gave me such great reviews, and I want to be able to give them a quality story that exceeds the quality of the last one. Which reminds me, I'm going to be starting a Kickstarter eventually to fund the editing for the next Gash book, because I don't think it's going to be as cheap as I'm getting it now. I get the first one done for now. It's going to be significant, like a few $1,000s. I obviously can't bankroll that, so I'm going to have to try Kickstarter, or I need to go. I might do the Indiegogo because I'll get the money guaranteed whether I ever reach the goal or not. Kickstarter doesn't work like that. You have to reach the goal or you get none of it. So pray for me on that if you pray. If you know the Lord Jesus Christ. That's what I was saying. Okay, so Half-Orc Redemption, edits, Half-Orc Kindred, written, and then edited. And then the next one will be Half-Orc Bloodsword. Between Kindred and Bloodsword, and probably before I finish Kindred, before I finish Kindred, I'm going to add to and revise Kraus and Jade Whispers, because I think there needs to be more to it. One beta reader, told me he feels like that should be there, and I kind of agree with him. I would like a longer story there too. I feel like it goes by too quick. So I'm going to redo that, and then between Kindred and Bloodsword, I'm going to write 3 more short stories for Kraus and Jade that will conclude the series and fold it into the Half-Orc saga. I have lots of other plans for books. I have my Mutant Girl series I want to write. I have the space opera series that I want to write. Star Trek versus Star Wars with Metroid and some other influences mixed in. I have a lot of fantasy stuff I want to write too. I have the Legend of Chance Moral. I have a Final Fantasy-ish series I want to write. I've written the first one. If you want to get that one, that short story, it's available as a freebie if you sign up to my email list. So go to luketbarnett.com or go to my Facebook page and click the sign up. It's right there. It's really easy to find, and you'll get that for free. So I've got the Final Fantasy series I want to do. I want to do a D&D type series, but this Half-Orc series may turn out somewhat to be like that. There was something else I thought about that I wanted to do. I was thinking about that today. Oh yeah, so I thought it would be cool because my wife and I played Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and it's a fun game, and it's a well-built game because the moves, the characters are each unique, and the moves are, I think, at least somewhat based on real martial arts, but they're believable at any rate, and their moves are unique. And the customization on the game is really neat. So much so, I mean, there's lots lacking that I would love to see in there, but it's comprehensive enough that you can that you can make a character look completely different, not even look like itself. And it just makes me think of different personalities the character could have. So, and that got me thinking about, it would be cool to write a novel or a series of short stories or something like that based around a fighting game. Not like writing the fighting game, you know, like taking the name Tekken or anything like that, but making my own fighting game and then making a novel based around fighters in a tournament and the reasons for going through it. And I don't know if that'll be a hit or not. I mean, I think it would be fun to write. That's not fantasy, but that's just a fun thing. I don't even know what category that would be in. Paranormal? Urban fantasy? I have no idea. If you have any ideas about what genre that would fit into, let me know. So anyway, like I said, I got other plans for fantasy stuff. I got other plans for lots of stuff, but Lord willing, I'll be able to get it all written because I want to write it all. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Maybe one day I'll be able to co-author with somebody too. So that's what's going on with me. I hope you all are well. Anybody wants to be a beta reader or an ARC reader, get advanced reader copies and leave reviews. I'd love to have you. Just either shoot me an email or send to my email list and let me know. Leave a comment in this comment section. You know, there's lots of ways to get a hold of me. Send me a private message on Facebook. That's fine too, and I'll get you hooked up. But I'd love to hear your feedback on my stories, on my videos, what you want to see, from my interviews, and what you'd like to hear from me and what you'd like me to write. Because hey, you know, if you guys come up with a great idea, I'd love to write it. I'd love to give you what you guys would like to hear. So anyway, oh yeah, So I'm also working on a co-authoring thing with my wife. And I'm not going to say what it is right now, but it's tying into the Half-Orc series as well. That's a slow burn, but we'll get done. She's got her projects going on. She's got her first nonfiction book that she's getting ready to release. I'll give you more details as that comes available. So that's about it. Until next time, everybody, keep reading, keep writing.